Today, I wanted to talk about what life has been like over the past 4 months. I started this body transformation contest thinking it was going to be something fun to do, something to focus on. Meanwhile, everything else was going great, so this would give me something to do. Little did I realize that's right around when the world started to end, almost literally, in the sense that the pandemic hit, and I found myself, like a lot of other people, scrambling to find a way to keep my income where it was. I was affected pretty heavily in my real estate work, in my hospitality business, and having to recover from that was not easy. Meanwhile, the gym has closed, and now I have no idea how I'm going to get these workouts in to try to bodybuild the way I wanted to. And it was over the past 3 months that I realized something very important on this journey I was about to begin, in that we don't control the circumstances we find ourselves in. None of the things that had to happen we had any control over. But what we do control are the decisions we make each and every day. And I realized very early on that I was going to have to change my strategy. I was going to have to do whatever it took to adapt to the new world that we lived in order to get the results I had wanted, even though the circumstances had changed. So for me, over the past 3 months, a couple of things that I've done to really change my outcome. I started reading every day to try to control the thoughts that I had and make sure that everything coming out of my brain was gonna be positive. Now, we have about 70,000 thoughts a day, and it's tough to make all 70,000 positive, but I knew that if I can put most of those in my favor, it'd be important. I decided to cut out alcohol. I haven't drank anything in over 3 months now, and that decision for me was not that easy. It was something that I hadn't done in a long time, but it again was pivotal in building momentum and making sure that my head was clear and that I had all 7 days of the week to really focus in and hone in on my goals. Otherwise, I knew there was no shot I was going to be able to get in the shape I wanted to and keep my business alive and try to stay stress-free without everything crumbling beneath me. Another thing I did was I changed my diet. I was very particular with what I was eating and tried to stay as consistent as possible. And for me, that was the key with everything. It's just consistency all across the board. I tried to work out every single day, knowing that if I could exercise, I would have a form of therapy, and I would also have a way of having something to control. My health and fitness, while the pandemic was going on, was one, boost my immune system, but two, not spending every waking moment worrying where the next dollar was going to come from, or worrying if I was still going to have my job the next day. Just having something that I did control and knowing that no one could take away from me the work that I was putting in every day to try to get healthier, to try to improve upon my physical fitness. That was the thing that I held myself on. And the change I've seen in the past 3 months has been nothing short of phenomenal. I was able to build my business back up. I was able to get in the best shape of my life and make an incredible transformation. I read about a dozen books over the past 3 months, and I'm just not the person who I was before this whole thing started. Now, I don't say any of these things to try to impress anyone. This was strictly for me, but I would like to impress upon you that if you're thinking at all that you have potential that you haven't tapped into, and maybe there's just a couple of things that you can tweak to get to that next level, I urge you to do them. I urge you to stop holding yourself back. I urge you to stop listening to other people who are telling you that you can't do something or that you need to be more like them, because those thoughts that you have in your head and those things that you find keeping you up at night that you're thinking about, you need to chase them. That's who you're meant to be, and I just really hope for your own sake that you go after it. I appreciate you guys tuning in to everything that I had to say today. This past 3 months has been important to me, and if there's anything that you're trying to work on or anything that you're striving towards and you want to run it by me, feel free to reach out to me. I want to see everyone grow and see what we can do with these next couple of months that we have in front of us.